Hello and welcome back to your version of Heaven on Earth. We're here studying the lessons of A Course in Miracles, and today we're on lesson number 239, and this is an excellent lesson. Ooh, it's gonna go deep. It's gonna kick up some dust in your mind, and you're gonna be like, oh! So I think lessons like that, it's good. It's good. It's getting a little taste of your own medicine, or your ego's medicine, let's say. All right, so lesson 239. The glory of my Father is my own. Let not the truth about ourselves today be hidden by a false humility. Let us instead be thankful for the gifts our Father gave us. Can we see in those with whom he shares his glory any trace of sin and guilt? And can it be that we are not among them when he loves his Son forever and with perfect constancy, knowing he is as he created him? We thank you, Father, for the light that shines forever in us, and we honor it because you share it with us. United in this light and one with you, at peace with all creation and ourselves. Now, if you just read through today's lesson, it's like, oh, that's very nice. It's very reaffirming. It's building upon all of the wisdom and beauty that's been coming through these lessons for the past 239 days. But then you have to bring the ego out into the light for a moment with this one. So yes, it's a beautiful lesson, and you could just leave it at that, close your eyes and have a meditation and ask to be shown who you truly are. Pray that you can remember today who you truly are and live from that space instead of all the conditioning and programming of the ego. That's one way to do this lesson. Another way to do this lesson is to pick it apart a little and get the ego exposed, because the ego is, after all, trying to kill you, trying to ruin everything. So why not have a day of like, come on out, let's make it fair. So let not the truth about ourselves today be hidden by a false humility. Now, when I read that, what was coming to mind for me, and also I'm reading from the Ken Wapnick manual, so I am looking at his commentary as well. And it's essentially this conditioning, whether you're a very religious, churchy person or not, we are all living with some amount of guilt because we're not allowing ourselves to be the unconditionally loving, gentle beings, childlike, awe-inspired beings that we actually are. So we have to perform, and that's the false humility. So in other words, it's like you could walk into a room, and as long as you announce yourself, I'm a sinner, I'm full of mistakes, I've had this journey where, gosh, I don't know anything, I'm just starting to learn, I'm just starting to be okay, people accept you because it's like, okay, good, you're normal, right? But if you walk into a room and you're like, I'm embodying the grace of God, I am aware of the divinity within me, I am God in a body, and I want to forgive and be peaceful and gently love everyone that I see. I want to hug strangers at the airport. Well, there aren't any strangers because we're all one. People are like, whoa. You're too full of yourself. You need to come down off your high horse. Maybe even things like you're a narcissist, right? So it's like we will contort ourselves physically, emotionally, and spiritually just to avoid being called selfish or a narcissist. And so that's the false humility. That's the false humility. Yeah, I'm back in Florida. It's humid here. The false humility that Jesus is talking about in this lesson is just that. We try to fit in, and we allow the programming and conditioning of the ego to be our default behavior rather than what is truly our natural state, which is loving kindness, gentleness, forgiveness. You know, we don't have a natural desire to attack. We have to learn that. So the Course in Miracles is helping us unlearn all of that false humility and just be super honest with ourselves. Accept responsibility for how you have created this personality that you are projecting out into the world, and be brave enough to change that, in the sense that you are brave enough now to actually see all the light and beauty in you and begin to speak about it in whatever way feels comfortable for you. I mean, even if you're in the presence of a conversation where there's gossip and you're starting to feel like, ooh, I don't want to be around judgment, even though I've obviously created this scenario for myself to experience. But when you start to reflect about what's really happening in your heart, the first thing you can do is just not participate in the talking about other people, or not participate in politics. I mean, right now is a great opportunity to look at all of that. You know, you don't have to participate in the attacking. You don't have to jump on board with things that maybe you used to jump on board with, and slowly just walk backwards from those thoughts, that speech that comes out of your mouth, those behaviors, and be an expression of neutrality and just peacefulness about the whole thing. That could be the first step in noticing that you are pretending, using this false humility in so many other areas of your life. So I love this lesson for that. It's bringing things to my attention where I'm trying to fit in still and be acceptable in certain situations where really I had the thought like, this isn't really aligned with me, but I didn't say anything. I didn't change anything. So it's giving me a chance to see myself in this way as I'm slowly emerging as this God in a body aspect of reality. And I think that the more of us that slowly walk into exposing the truth, which is all beautiful and love, the better of an experience we're going to have, and the more that we're going to help ourselves and be able to help others. So thanks for joining me today. Enjoy this lesson. See yourself in that way that's maybe a little bit deeper than you had been seeing yourself before. And I'll see you back here again on the next video.